Have you ever felt a deep connection with someone you can't quite explain? It's like there's an invisible thread tying you together, even if you've just met. Maybe you've experienced that instant click where everything feels right, and you can't shake the feeling that this person is somehow important to your life. That's what we're diving into today. Those special connections that go beyond what we can see or touch. Think about it for a moment. There might be someone in your life right now who stands out from the rest. When you're around them, things just feel different. It's as if your whole being lights up in their presence. That's not just chance or coincidence. It's something much deeper. Something that comes from a place inside you that knows more than your mind does. This feeling, this connection, it's not just in your head. It's your spirit recognizing something special. Your spirit, that part of you that goes beyond your thoughts and feelings. It has a wisdom all its own, and sometimes it knows things about people and situations before your conscious mind catches up. Now let's talk about what your spirit might be trying to tell you. Your spirit is like a quiet voice inside you, always there, always watching. It doesn't use words like we do. Instead, it communicates through feelings, through those gut instincts we sometimes get, and through the energy we feel around certain people. When your spirit recognizes someone special, it's like it's whispering to you, trying to get your attention. Maybe you feel extra happy or excited when you're around this person. Or perhaps you find yourself thinking about them more often than others. These are ways your spirit might be nudging you, saying, "Hey, pay attention to this one. They're important." But here's the thing. Our spirits don't just recognize romantic connections. This special person could be a future best friend, a mentor, or someone who's going to play a big role in your personal growth. Your spirit doesn't care about labels. It just knows when someone has the potential to be significant in your life journey. So, how do you know if you're experiencing one of these special spiritual connections? Well, there are a few signs to look out for. Remember, these signs can be subtle. It's not always a big, dramatic moment like in the movies. Sometimes, it's the small things that really matter. First, you might notice a sense of familiarity with this person, even if you've just met. It's like you've known them forever, even though you know that's not possible. You might find yourself thinking, "Where have you been all my life?" This feeling of familiarity is your spirit recognizing a soul it connects with. Another sign is a deep sense of comfort and ease when you're with this person. You don't feel like you have to put on an act or be someone you're not. You can just be yourself, fully and completely. It's like letting out a big breath you didn't even know you were holding. This comfort comes from a spiritual alignment between you and the other person. You might also notice that time seems to fly when you're with this special someone. Hours can pass, and it feels like minutes. This is because when we're in the presence of someone our spirit connects with, we're more present in the moment. We're not worrying about the past or the future. We're just there, fully engaged in the now. Sometimes you might even experience physical sensations when you're around this person or thinking about them. Maybe you get butterflies in your stomach, or you feel a warmth in your chest. Some people describe it as a tingling sensation or goosebumps. These physical reactions are your body's way of responding to the spiritual connection. Another interesting sign is synchronicity. those meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be just chance. Maybe you keep running into this person in unexpected places. Or perhaps you find out you have a lot of random things in common. These synchronicities are like little winks from the universe, pointing out that there's something special about this connection. You might also notice that your intuition becomes stronger around this person. You might find yourself knowing what they're going to say before they say it. Or you might have a strong sense about what they're feeling. This heightened intuition comes from the spiritual connection between you, allowing you to tune into each other on a deeper level. One more sign to look out for is a feeling of growth or positive change when you're around this person. They might inspire you to be a better version of yourself, or you might find that you're learning important life lessons through your interactions with them. This is because spiritual connections often serve a higher purpose in our personal development. It's important to remember that not all of these signs need to be present for a connection to be special. Everyone experiences these things differently. Trust your own feelings and experiences. Your spirit knows what's important for you. Now, let's talk about why these special connections matter so much. In our busy, often chaotic world, it's easy to feel disconnected or lost. We go through our days interacting with lots of people, but many of these interactions can feel shallow or meaningless. That's why when we encounter someone who touches our spirit, it can feel like such a big deal. These special connections remind us that we're not alone in the world. They show us that there are people out there who can truly see us, understand us, and connect with us on a deeper level. This can be incredibly comforting and affirming, especially during tough times. Moreover, these connections often play a crucial role in our personal growth and life journey. The people our spirits recognize are often those who will challenge us, inspire us, and help us become the best versions of ourselves. They might come into our lives to teach us important lessons, to support us through difficult times, or to help us discover new aspects of ourselves. Sometimes, these special connections can even help us find our life's purpose. Through our interactions with these people, we might discover new passions, uncover hidden talents, or gain clarity about what we want to do with our lives. It's as if these connections help to illuminate the path we're meant to walk. It's also worth noting that these spiritual connections don't always last forever, and that's okay. Sometimes a person comes into our life for a specific reason or season. They might be there to help us through a particular phase or to teach us something important. Once that purpose is fulfilled, the connection might naturally fade. This doesn't make the connection any less special or meaningful. Understanding and appreciating these special connections can also help us become more open and compassionate in all our relationships. When we recognize the potential for deep, meaningful connections with others, we're more likely to approach all our interactions with kindness and understanding. We become more attuned to the humanity in everyone we meet. Now you might be wondering, how can I tune in to what my spirit is trying to tell me about this special person? Well, the good news is that connecting with your spirit is a skill you can develop. It might take some practice, but with time and patience, you can get better at recognizing and interpreting these spiritual messages. One of the most important things you can do is to quiet your mind. Our everyday thoughts can be really loud, drowning out the subtle whispers of our spirit. Try taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly and just breathe. This doesn't have to be complicated meditation. Just a few moments of stillness can help you tune in to your inner voice. Another helpful practice is to pay attention to your feelings and physical sensations. Your spirit often communicates through your body. Those gut feelings, the warmth in your chest, the tingling sensations, these are all ways your spirit might be trying to get your attention. Start noticing these feelings, especially when you're around the person you think might be special. Keeping a journal can also be really helpful. Write down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences, especially those related to this special person. Over time, you might start to see patterns or insights that weren't clear before. Writing can help you process your experiences and understand what your spirit is trying to tell you. Trust is also a big part of this process. You need to trust yourself and your experiences. It's easy to doubt or dismiss these spiritual feelings, especially if you're not used to paying attention to them. But remember, your spirit has wisdom that goes beyond your conscious mind. Give yourself permission to trust what you're feeling. It can also be helpful to spend time in nature. Many people find that they feel more connected to their spirit when they're surrounded by the natural world. Take a walk in the park, sit by a river, or spend time in a garden. Nature has a way of helping us quiet our minds and tune into our deeper selves. Now let's talk about what your spirit might actually be saying about this special person. Remember, spiritual messages are often subtle and personal. What your spirit is telling you might be different from what someone else's spirit tells them. That's why it's so important to trust your own experiences. Your spirit might be telling you that this person is going to play an important role in your life. This doesn't necessarily mean they're the one in a romantic sense. It could mean they're going to be a close friend, a mentor, or someone who helps you grow in a significant way. Your spirit might be encouraging you to spend more time with this person, to open up to them, or to learn from them. Sometimes, your spirit might be pointing out this person because they have something to teach you. This could be a literal lesson. Maybe they have knowledge or skills that will be useful to you. Or it could be a life lesson. Perhaps this person will help you learn more about yourself, about love, or about how to navigate the world. Your spirit might also be highlighting this person because they're going to challenge you in some way. This challenge could be exactly what you need to grow and evolve. It might not always be comfortable, but these challenges often lead to our greatest periods of growth and self-discovery. In some cases, your spirit might be drawing your attention to this person because they need something from you. Maybe you have a skill, a perspective, or a kind of support that this person needs in their life. Your spirit might be nudging you to reach out and offer your help or friendship. Your spirit might also be telling you that this person is a kindred soul, someone who understands you on a deep level. This kind of connection can be incredibly validating and comforting. It's like finding a piece of home in another person. Sometimes the message from your spirit is simply to pay attention. This person might be bringing something into your life, an opportunity, a new perspective, or a chance for healing, and your spirit wants you to be aware of it. It's encouraging you to be present and open to what this connection might bring. It's also possible that your spirit is telling you about a potential future with this person. This doesn't necessarily mean a romantic future, although it could. It might be showing you the potential for a deep friendship, a productive working relationship, or a supportive mentor-mentee connection. Remember, these messages from your spirit are not about destiny or fate in a rigid sense. They're more like gentle nudges, pointing out possibilities and potentials. You still have free will and choice in how you respond to these spiritual insights. As you tune in to what your spirit is saying about this special person, you might start to feel a sense of excitement or anticipation. This is natural. When we recognize a significant connection, it can feel like we're on the brink of something important and meaningful. However, it's also normal to feel a bit scared or overwhelmed. Deep connections can be intense, and they often push us out of our comfort zones. If you're feeling this way, take a deep breath and remind yourself that growth often feels uncomfortable at first. It's also important to maintain a balance between listening to your spirit and using your practical judgment. While spiritual connections are beautiful and important, they don't override the need for healthy boundaries and mutual respect in relationships. Your spirit's wisdom should complement, not replace, your rational thinking. As you explore this special connection, be patient with yourself and with the other person. Deep, meaningful relationships often take time to develop fully. Allow things to unfold naturally without trying to force or rush the process. Remember, too, that recognizing a special spiritual connection doesn't mean everything will be perfect or easy. All relationships, even spiritually significant ones, require effort, communication, and understanding. The spiritual connection provides a strong foundation, but it's up to you to build on that foundation. Lastly, as you navigate this special connection, don't forget about self-care. Intense spiritual experiences can be emotionally and energetically demanding. Make sure you're taking time to rest, recharge, and ground yourself. This will help you stay balanced and open to the messages your spirit is sending you. In the end, the most important thing is to stay open and curious. Your spirit has recognized something special about this person, and that's a beautiful thing. Approach the connection with an open heart and an open mind, ready to learn, grow, and experience whatever this relationship has to offer. Remember, you have a wisdom within you that goes beyond what your mind can understand. Trust in that wisdom, listen to your spirit, and be open to the magic of deep, meaningful connections. Your spirit knows something special about this person. Now it's up to you to discover what that something is. Now that we've talked about the signs of a special connection and what your spirit might be saying, let's dive into how you can tune in to this spiritual wisdom. Connecting with your spirit isn't as hard as you might think. It's something we all can do, even if we're not used to it. First, let's talk about quieting your mind. Our thoughts can be really noisy sometimes, making it hard to hear our spirit's soft whispers. Try this simple exercise. Find a comfy spot where you won't be bothered. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Focus on your breathing, the air going in and out. When thoughts pop up, and they will, just let them float by like clouds in the sky. Don't try to push them away. Just let them pass. Do this for a few minutes each day. It's like clearing a path for your spirit to speak to you. Paying attention to your body is another great way to tune in. Our bodies often know things before our minds do. Have you ever had a gut feeling about something? That's your body talking to you. When you think about this special person, notice how your body feels. Do you get butterflies in your stomach? Does your heart beat a little faster? Maybe you feel warm and relaxed. These physical feelings are like your spirit's way of nudging you. Keeping a journal can be super helpful too. Writing things down can help you see patterns you might miss otherwise. Try writing about your day, especially any moments that felt important or special. If you had any dreams or strong feelings, write those down too. When you look back over your journal, you might start to see connections or messages you didn't notice before. Nature can be a big help when you're trying to connect with your spirit. There's something about being outside that helps quiet our busy minds. Try going for a walk in a park or sitting under a tree. If you can't get outside, even looking at pictures of nature or having some plants in your room can help. Nature has a way of reminding us that we're part of something bigger. Remember, tuning into your spirit takes practice. It's like learning any new skill. The more you do it, the better you'll get. Be patient with yourself. Some days it might feel easier than others, and that's okay. The important thing is to keep trying. So, what might your spirit be trying to tell you about this special person? Remember, everyone's experience is different, but here are some common messages people often get from their spirit. Your spirit might be saying, pay attention to this person. It's like your spirit is tapping you on the shoulder and pointing them out. This doesn't mean you have to do anything right away. It's more like your spirit is saying, hey, this could be important. Sometimes your spirit might be telling you that this person has something to teach you. Maybe they have a skill you need to learn, or maybe they're going to help you understand something about yourself. This learning might not always be easy, but it's usually really important for your growth. Your spirit might also be saying that this person needs something from you. Maybe you have a talent or a strength that could really help them out. It could be as simple as being a good listener or offering a different point of view on something they're struggling with. Another message your spirit might have is that this person is going to be really important in your life. This doesn't always mean in a romantic way. They might become your best friend, or maybe they'll help you find a new path in life. Your spirit might be encouraging you to open up to this person and let the connection grow. Sometimes your spirit might be telling you that this person is a lot like you, a kindred spirit. It's like finding someone who really gets you. This can feel really comforting and exciting at the same time. Your spirit might also be giving you a heads up about a challenge coming your way. Maybe this person will push you out of your comfort zone or help you face something you've been avoiding. Remember, challenges help us grow, even if they're not always fun in the moment. One important thing to keep in mind: your spirit won't tell you to do anything harmful or scary. If you're getting feelings like that, it's not your spirit talking. Your spirit always wants what's best for you. Now that you're tuning into your spirit and getting an idea of what it might be saying, what do you do next? How do you act on this spiritual guidance? The first step is to stay open and curious. Don't rush to make big decisions or changes right away. Instead, give yourself time to explore this connection. Spend time with this person if you can. Talk with them, listen to them, and see how you feel when you're together. Trust your instincts, but also use your common sense. Your spirit's guidance is important, but it doesn't replace the need for clear thinking. If something feels off or uncomfortable, pay attention to that too. Be brave enough to be yourself around this person. Remember, your spirit recognizes something special about them. That means you don't have to pretend to be someone you're not. Let them see the real you. If your spirit is telling you this person has something to teach you, be open to learning. This might mean asking questions, trying new things, or looking at situations from a different point of view. Even if you don't always agree with them, there's usually something valuable to learn. If you feel like you have something to offer this person, don't be afraid to reach out. Maybe you can help them with a problem, or maybe you just need to be there as a friend. Trust that your spirit is guiding you for a reason. Remember to take things one step at a time. Building any kind of relationship, whether it's a friendship, a romantic partnership, or a mentorship, takes time. Let things unfold naturally. There's no need to force anything or rush the process. It's also important to keep taking care of yourself as you explore this connection. Make sure you're still spending time with other friends and family, doing things you enjoy, and taking care of your health. A balanced life helps you stay grounded and makes it easier to hear your spirit's guidance. Be prepared for some ups and downs. Even the most special connections have their challenges. If things get tough, take a step back and tune in to your spirit again. Sometimes the challenges are part of the growth your spirit wants for you. Lastly, remember that you always have a choice. Your spirit might be guiding you towards this person, but you get to decide how to respond to that guidance. Trust yourself to make the right choices for you. Taking action on your spirit's guidance doesn't have to mean making big, dramatic changes. Often, it's the small, everyday choices that make the biggest difference. Maybe it's sending a kind message, offering help with a task, or just being there to listen. These small actions can open the door to amazing possibilities. As you move forward, keep checking in with your spirit. Keep practicing those quiet moments, paying attention to your feelings, and staying open to guidance. Your connection with your spirit will keep growing stronger, helping you navigate not just this special relationship, but all areas of your life. Remember, your spirit is always there to guide you. It wants the best for you and is trying to lead you towards growth, joy, and fulfillment. By recognizing and nurturing this special connection, you're not just enriching your own life, you're also opening yourself up to make a positive difference in someone else's life too. So take a deep breath, trust in your spirit's wisdom, and be open to the amazing journey ahead. Who knows what wonderful experiences and growth this special connection might bring into your life? Your spirit knows something about this person. Now it's time for you to discover it too. While spiritual connections can be incredibly beautiful and transformative, they're not without their challenges. It's important to be aware of these potential hurdles, so you can navigate them with grace and wisdom. One common challenge is the intensity of the connection. When you feel such a strong spiritual bond with someone, it can be overwhelming. You might find yourself thinking about them constantly or feeling a strong pull towards them. This intensity can be exciting, but it can also be scary. It might make you want to rush things or make big life changes quickly. Remember, it's okay to take things slow. Give yourself time to process these strong feelings. Another challenge is the fear of losing the connection. When you found someone who feels so special, the thought of losing them can be really frightening. This fear might make you clingy or possessive, which isn't healthy for any relationship. Try to remember that true spiritual connections don't depend on constant contact or control. They're resilient and can withstand time and distance. Sometimes the challenge comes from mismatched expectations. Just because you feel a strong spiritual connection doesn't mean the other person will feel it in exactly the same way or at the same time. They might need more time to recognize or understand the connection. This can lead to feelings of frustration or disappointment. Patience is key here. Everyone's spiritual journey is unique, and it's important to respect that. You might also face skepticism from others who don't understand or believe in spiritual connections. Friends or family might dismiss your feelings or experiences. This can be hurtful and make you doubt yourself. Remember, your spiritual experiences are valid, even if others don't understand them. It's okay to keep some things private and share only with those who are supportive. Another potential challenge is the tendency to idealize the person or the relationship. When we feel a strong spiritual connection, it's easy to put the other person on a pedestal or ignore their flaws. But remember, everyone is human. Having a spiritual connection doesn't mean everything will be perfect. It's important to see the whole person, not just the spiritual connection you share. Sometimes, spiritual connections can bring up deep-seated fears or insecurities. As you open yourself up to this profound connection, you might find old wounds or unresolved issues coming to the surface. This can be uncomfortable, but it's actually a chance for healing and growth. Don't shy away from these feelings. They're part of your journey. Another challenge can be maintaining balance in your life. When you're excited about a new spiritual connection, it's easy to let it take over. You might neglect other relationships or responsibilities. Remember, a healthy spiritual connection should enhance your life, not consume it. It's important to maintain a balance between this special connection and other aspects of your life. Lastly, there's the challenge of trusting the process. Spiritual journeys rarely follow a straight path. There might be times when you feel confused, doubtful, or unsure of what's happening. This is normal. Trust that your spirit is guiding you, even when the path isn't clear. Have faith in the journey, even when it's challenging. Now that we've talked about some of the challenges, let's focus on how to nurture and grow your spiritual connection. This is where the real magic happens. First and foremost, practice open and honest communication. Share your feelings, thoughts, and experiences with this person. Be brave enough to be vulnerable. Talk about the connection you feel, but also listen to their perspective. Remember, true connection is a two-way street. Spend quality time together. This doesn't always have to be face-to-face. In today's world, you can connect deeply even from a distance. Have meaningful conversations, share experiences, or even just sit in comfortable silence together. The key is to be fully present when you're with them. Practice gratitude for this connection. Take time each day to appreciate the special bond you share. This positive focus can help strengthen your connection and keep you open to its growth and evolution. Respect each other's boundaries and individual journeys. A spiritual connection doesn't mean you have to be together all the time or agree on everything. Give each other space to grow individually. This actually strengthens your connection in the long run. Engage in spiritual practices together if that feels right. This could be meditation, prayer, nature walks, or any activity that helps you both connect with your inner selves. Sharing these experiences can deepen your bond. Be patient and allow the connection to unfold naturally. Don't try to force it into any particular shape or timeline. Trust that it will develop in the way that's best for both of you. Keep working on yourself. The stronger your connection with your own spirit, the stronger your connection with others will be. Continue your personal growth journey, healing old wounds, and expanding your understanding of yourself and the world. Practice forgiveness and understanding. Remember, both you and this person are human. There will be misunderstandings and mistakes. Approach these with compassion and a willingness to work through them together. Celebrate each other's growth and successes. A true spiritual connection is supportive and uplifting. Be each other's cheerleaders on this journey of life. Lastly, trust in the wisdom of your connection. Sometimes you might not understand why certain things are happening, but trust that your spirits are guiding you both towards what's best. As we come to the end of our exploration, let's take a moment to reflect on the beautiful journey of spiritual connection. Remember, your spirit knows something special about this person in your life. It's guiding you towards a connection that has the potential to bring growth, joy, and profound meaning to your life. This journey of spiritual connection is uniquely yours. It may not always be easy, but it's always worthwhile. The challenges you face are opportunities for growth. The joys you experience are glimpses of the deep beauty of human connection, and the lessons you learn are stepping stones on your path of personal evolution. As you move forward, keep your heart open and your spirit attuned. Trust in the wisdom within you, but also use your practical judgment. Be patient with yourself and with others as you navigate these deep waters of connection. Remember, this special connection is not the entirety of your life, but a beautiful part of it. Continue to nurture all aspects of your life, your other relationships, your passions, your personal growth. A balanced life provides the stable ground from which your spiritual connections can flourish. Don't be afraid to seek support when you need it. Whether it's from trusted friends, family, or even professional guidance, it's okay to ask for help in understanding and navigating your spiritual experiences. Above all, approach this journey with wonder and gratitude. The ability to form deep spiritual connections with others is one of the most beautiful aspects of being human. It reminds us that we're all interconnected, all part of something greater than ourselves. So, as you continue on this path, stay curious, stay open, and stay true to yourself. Your spirit has recognized something special. Now it's your turn to discover and nurture that specialness. Trust in the process, embrace the journey, and get ready for the amazing experiences that await you. Remember, every step you take in honoring your spiritual connections is a step towards a richer, more fulfilling life. Your spirit is wise, your heart is open, and your path is unfolding before you. Embrace it with joy, courage, and love. This is not the end, but a beautiful beginning. Your journey of spiritual connection is just getting started. Embrace it, enjoy it, and let it transform you in ways you never imagined possible. Your spirit knows the way. All you need to do is listen and follow.